Hey guys, welcome back to Alliance Tournament 11. We're here in the commentary booth, CCP Rise and myself, Bach and Alien, with the match between Confederation of xXPIZZAXx against the Obsidian Front. Obsidian Front have brought a triple Proteus plus Curse setup with quite a few support ships, 2 Enyos, 2 Malas, 3 Talwars, and had banned out Armageddon Dominic, so they did not want to see a drone comp.
And Pizza, by the way, Capku, a member of Pizza, a little shout out for him, one of my favorite feedback discussion forums posters. So good luck to him. But they've brought a Balgorn, a Megathron, maybe the first Megathron, like vanilla Megathron we've seen in the tournament, along with Prophecy Guardian, a couple Vexers, some Enyos, 2 Malas, and an Algos. So a nice support wing for them. I like the Vexers. I also like the Enyos. This is going to be interesting. Definitely a lot of damage on both sides. Kind of both straightforward brawling teams, though.
Indeed, but there's a lot of control there for the Confederation of Pizza. I mean, with that Balgorn, just really the long-range webs, the newts, and you have the 2 Malases. I think they have the upper hand in control, but the Curse is not to be underestimated. If the Curse can pilot smartly, he has tracking disruption, and you can see that going down on the Balgorn and Megathron straight away, and he has long-range newts. In this case, with the Balgorn on the field, he does not want to get anywhere near it. The Balgorn will alpha his cap, so he may be kind of an anti-support role with the newts, and staying at range. His lock range is long enough that he can sit easily at 100 and track and disrupt, although he's in a little bit of fall-off there with that.
So as you're seeing here, the Obsidian Front team is pulled completely away from Pizza. They, like many good teams have done, we've seen over the course of the last few tournaments, are pulling back first, trying to assess the situation and figure out what the best target for them is, give their opponents an opportunity to make mistakes or to become too aggressive and figure out what they want to do. We saw that yesterday in the rope match, and we've seen it before as well. And we'll have to see who ends up deciding to be the aggressors here. For now, both teams just fighting that E-War battle, trying to figure out who's going to win that while they stay pretty clear of each other.
We have a Talwar taking a lot of damage, about to go into armor, but the Onera should be able to keep up with that. And the thing is, we discussed yesterday, is usually the first team to dive is the team that loses, because they don't all manage to go in as a ball, different speeds, unless they coordinate it right. It means a couple ships get out ahead of the front, they get tackled and blown up before the rest of the team gets there to help. So that may be a mistake. I mean, it's difficult to say. Maybe in some cases, I fought a match in the Neo last year where we kind of did the same thing. We cut it to range, and what we wound up doing is putting a bait ship out. And I want to say we intentionally did that, but Brent kind of flew out on his own by accident and got caught, and that was the impetus for us to dive in. In that case, they were focused on Brent. Our Logi managed to keep it up, and we started killing them. In this case, Mala's taking a lot of damage. Talwar Talwar into armor. He's not getting reps yet.
Yeah, that Obsidian Front Talwar got separated. I think he probably accidentally flew towards the Pizza team, which is exactly the sort of thing we're talking about. He may also have been bait, but you can see a giant swarm of warriors was sent onto him as soon as he kind of got separated. And
2 Vexers, 3 Enyos.
Looks like they're going to save him, but he got pretty close to going down.
Yeah, he bled into structure there. That was the kind of mistake we're talking about. Although we have a Pizza ship out in the middle.
Yeah, Pizza Enyo actually got really close. He's pulling back now as well, but the teams are getting very close to each other. The Proteuses, which are right now the front line for Obsidian Front, are relatively close to the entire Pizza team. So I think before long you'll start seeing webs applied.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Although they're headed away right now.
They're burning back out. Yeah, they're really not sure what they want to do. They saw what happens when they get too close and they're a little skittish. Both teams brought a full 100 points, so no one's got an advantage. At some point, someone has to do something. But
someone will. I'm not worried about this match going to time with 0 on each side.
No, and there's an awful lot of DPS on the field. Even on both sides, the Balgorn team maybe a little less, but those Proteus are going to put out quite a bit of DPS.
Another thing that happens during this part of the match is these support ships keep committing drones, and it's only warriors, but it's actually a lot of them. And while those are in the middle or chasing some small ship, they can kill off drones, and later on when there's a lot less DPS on the field, that could actually make a pretty big difference. It looks like they're starting to head for the engage now. I see the Proteuses
to my thought, that's a smart thing. You have curse tracking disruption on the Balgorn and the Megathron. So the vast majority of the Pizza DPS is going to be mitigated. Proteus holes.
Pizza Maulus getting caught out there. You can see him down in the lower left of your screen, getting a little too far forward.
I don't know. Just to me, with your cruiser-sized hulls, you can get in there under the tracking, especially with tracking disruption. They can probably survive the approach with those 3 Proteus. They're beefy ships.
I love this part of the match. They're like, both teams are dancing forward a little bit, testing, and then dancing back, like when they get something a little overcommitted. Right now for Pizza, the Balgorn is actually the ship the furthest forward, and he's got quite a bit of range between him and the rest of the team. So they're kind of just throwing down the gauntlet now, saying, here's the Balgorn, dive on it. We dare you.
And that is the hardest ship. To me, the Balgorn is the one you do not want. To me, at this point, I think you split around, you kite around the Balgorn. The Balgorn is going to be slower than the rest of your team. So you can actually burn around the Balgorn and get to the back now. Once their team splits, if you can get around that Balgorn and back into the main beef of their support, you can start just tearing them apart. You get those 2 Vexors, maybe the Megathron down, before the Balgorn really applies it's just power of those webs and the newts, and you can win this match. And it doesn't look like they're doing that right now. They're just kind of sitting waiting for this Balgorn. They may take the bait.
You can see that the speed on the Pizza team is picked up a bit. They're like Balgorn's going 700, the Megathron's going 700. It's not super fast, but it's definitely some propulsion mods active, and that gap is closing. As well as the gap closing, they're getting closer to the edge of the arena.
And here we go. I see some damage.
Although there's still a ways between that. Yeah, he's committing now. So now the Balgorn is definitely
newts on 2 of the Proteus.
Pretty
That's going to make their lives miserable.
And web on 1 as well.
They don't have a lot of cap, and it's hard to fire blasters without cap. It's hard to run an MWD without cap. They're managing for now. One of them, the one that's not neutered or webbed, is MWDing.
All right, here we go. Proteus is going in now. Proteus is heading in on that Balgorn, it looks like.
And here comes the DPS race, basically, at this point. Can the Balgorn newt out enough of the DPS to get a lead, or will the Proteus superior DPS win this fight?
Smart Bomb's active in there. It looks like Pizza is going to be trying to just kill a Proteus as their first target. I don't think they have tackle. I'm going to try and find the Oneros for Obsidian front, see how safe he is. No, they're not going after him at all. None of the support ships are heading for that Logi.
There is an Enyo on the Obsidian front that is webbed down, taking quite a bit of damage. Like, he is extremely low. Maybe
got reps on him
a little bit. And, another Enyo on the Confederation of Pizza side now taking a little chunk of damage there. The Guardian doesn't seem to have reps on him. Now he does. Okay, the Guardian's caught up to that. It's still a bit of a stalemate now that they're in on top of each other.
Yeah, it's funny they waited so long. And oh, wait, we can't actually kill each other. Why do we worry so much?
Right, exactly. Here we go, the Vexor now. To me, that's a good target. If you can get a web scram on a Vexor like that and start blasting through, he's going to be the low EHP, low resist target. It's going to be really hard for the Guardian to rep. 3 Proteuses are actually going to have decent volley damage if they can fire.
New web on an Obsidian front Talwar. That should be pretty squishy. If they can put any kind of DPS on those, they should go down pretty fast.
There goes the Vexor to low armor. I think that is the target if they break.
Yeah, that's a good target for Obsidian front. He should be able to. They should be able to kill him, I would think.
I would think so as well. And if they get him, they can probably get the other one. At that point, they get the 14-point lead. They can protect themselves. Although if they wind up losing a Proteus, which doesn't look like they will, that would flip it. But right now, the only ship in danger of Obsidian front is the Enyo, which is in low armor, but getting almost his whole bar back, maybe 2/3 of his armor bar back per rep cycle here.
Vexor down for Pizza. That hurts bad. You can see on the screen there the Megathron is shooting the Proteus, or a Proteus for the Obsidian front, and just not even scratching it. So that's definitely a problem. Like they either need to deal with the logistics so that some of the damage sticks, damp the logistics like they're trying to do right now so that he doesn't get any support, or they need to find something else to kill. And they tried the Enyo, they tried the Talwar, and they're not having any luck. So Obsidian front looking pretty strong right now. Another Vexor about to drop for Pizza.
And here's the thing, it's the Proteus of Ant 1212, I believe, that's getting shot. He is webbed down. He's not moving very fast, but you know what he's doing that other people haven't been doing today? He's still moving. And
don't die, Capku!
Looks like Capku's Vexor is in trouble.
Oh, he just broke webs. No.
Oh, too little too late there.
Capku.
But, you know, here's the importance. You have tracking disruption on the Megathron, even if you're only moving just a little bit. Now he's actually got up to speed. He broke webs. It was probably that Vexor that had him tackled, and he is comfortably running away now. And, actually, I don't think he needs to. He just got his MWD on, maybe panicked to run, but he was doing just fine even under webs next to that Megathron, so he should probably come back in and apply his damage. The other Proteus Van Thargo is now webbed down and dropping speed very rapidly, 38, 36, 35. He might get tracked here shortly, 34. He needs to get his speed up just a little bit more. That Megathron will start to hurt.
I feel like the big problem here for Pizza, other than the fact that that button doesn't work, by the way. They did lose a Mollis. That's a good start. But the problem for Pizza is that they're not able to deal with the Oneros at all. He's been able to stay in rep range without getting tackled and without getting neuted, and that's like huge.
And here we have the Guardian for Confederation of xXPIZZAXx is tackled.
Was webbed.
It was webbed. Now he's still scrammed. I don't think that's going to matter. He's probably afterburner fit, but he was taking quite a bit of damage.
Proteus starting to take some actual damage now.
Yeah, it looks like he
was
webbed.
the Oneros is still repping. Again, we can see the Oneros has reps on the Proteus, also reps on a Mollis. now switching off the Maulus.
And Enyo in low armor, Proposition Joan. This match is still pretty close, folks. 6-point difference, a minute 10 to go, and a lot of ships getting low. That Guardian may go.
Hurting pretty bad.
Yeah, if that Guardian goes, that's 13 points to Pizza. That flips the match entirely, but that Proteus is still at about half armor. The Enyo is about to go down as well. This still could go either way. And that the Guardian is now bleeding armor. His AR is probably on overload, bringing back little bits of armor here, but low structure, and he is down. That is a huge, huge, huge explosion there.
So another huge, huge thing happening right now. Oniros for the Obsidian front, webbed, scrammed, and has newts on it. So Enyo down for Obsidian front. Not only is the Oniros tackled and could start taking damage, but he's also not able to support his team at all. You see there's no repping for anyone else on Obsidian front, which means that Proteus damage is going to stay, and we'll have to see if they're able to finish off this Obsidian front Oniros. If they do, they totally could swing this match.
Got reps back on that Proteus now. He managed to inject 20 seconds on the match, and it does not look like there's enough time, although that Oniros is taking giant chunks of damage.
Yeah, Megathron's sitting right on top of it, along with a lot of the Pizza support, so he's in trouble for sure. Should drop in just a second
10 seconds
here.
Won't be enough. It'll put him 25 points. Yeah, though that was too
They
little
shouldn't
too
have spent all that time dancing around before the match started. They might have actually won.
Absolutely. That is the danger of
Enyo
doing
down
that.
for Pizza. Oniros down for Obsidian front.
35-25, and that is time.
Jeez.
That is time. So, an interesting match.
A really cool match.
And Obsidian front take it. Pizza are out. Congratulations to Obsidian front, a team that I underestimated yesterday. They have proved me wrong. And we'll go on back to the studio with CCP Soundwave and the other guys.